Hello everyone and welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. My name is Stratton and for today's workout, we're gonna be doing a pull workout. So that means when we're hitting our back, our rear delts, and our biceps. We're gonna be doing 3 different circuits today. Each circuit's gonna be done for 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds in between, and repeat each circuit 3 times. For the workout today, you're gonna require that variety of dumbbells. As always, here's the ones I'm using, but keep in mind these are just for reference and to lift within your own abilities. I'm also gonna use a bench. However, if you don't have one of these, I'll show you modifications for that as well. I'm gonna start you with a warm up and we're gonna end with a cool down today. All right, pull workout, upper body. Ready to do this thing and move daily? Me too, let's go. All right, here we are. Let's warm things up here. I'm gonna grab a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, you can skip this part. We're gonna start off with some pull aparts, bringing that resistance band to my neck area. And I'm gonna bring it above my head and bring it behind my neck. And somewhere around the world. And switch directions. Good, I'm gonna step on my band and do some front raises. Good. All right, set that band down. And I'm gonna go into some arm circles. And switch directions. And go other arm. And switch directions. Do some torso rotations here. All right, there are your first 3 exercises. For the first exercise, I'm gonna use my cable system. I'm just gonna do a lat pull with a bar. If you don't have a cable system, you can use a bench, a flat bench, and do a dumbbell pullover. Really focus on those lats. Let's get started. All right, so starting us off here, we've got this lat pull. So I'm just gonna grab this bar, pull with my lats, getting a good stretch at the bottom. If you don't have this piece of equipment, you can do a dumbbell pullover on the edge of a bench. So let's get ready here. I'm slowing down the eccentric here to really get a good stretch on those lats. We're gonna grab some dumbbells after this and do an alternating dumbbell curl. Good, all right. Let's grab some dumbbells. I'll hold my 25s. My shoelace is untied. Shoulders back, core is tight. Shoelace is untied. And then we work slowly, lowering that weight down, squeezing at the top, not just throwing it around. We're gonna head down to the ground for a sit-up. Coming up next. Good, head down to the ground for that sit-up. I'm gonna bend my knees. If you can't do a sit-up, you can stick your legs out straight, and that makes it easier. So from here up, I'm gonna be bending my knees, keep my feet planted on the ground with my hands by my head. And I'm making sure not to just drop myself on the ground, controlling the down. Good, let's go back to the top for round 2. Back to that lat pull or the dumbbell pullover. Get ready. Good. Back to that alternating curl. Back to my 25s. Get ready. Good, head down to the ground for that sit up. And we work. All right, round 3, back to the top. Going into the lat pull. All right, into that alternating curl. Going back to my 25s. Get ready. Good. Back down to the ground for the sit up.
Don't you know what happens to dreams you don't follow? They crumble. You know I can't stand what you're getting so hollow, so cold. Cause you're thinking your pace, no time to waste. I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't stay here and waste away. You need to taste every mistake, fall out and get up again and again. Again and again and again and again. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid.
Good work. All right, grab a drink of water. Those dumbbells away and join me back. All right, a gorilla row is our next exercise. I'm gonna put one 30-pound dumbbell in between my legs, go in a sumo squat stance position. One hand gonna be on the leg or out to the side for balance. Take the one dumbbell, bring it up just to above our hip. Up, down with as much power as you can. Make sure not to hit yourself.
I wanna love you, but life doesn't wait. You can't see.
I'm gonna go into a pinwheel curl coming up.
Always, you don't need to be afraid. And I'll meet you up, I'll meet you at the. I'll be with you always. You don't need to be afraid. I'll meet you up, meet you at the end.
Good. All right. I'm gonna hold my 20-pound dumbbells for that pinwheel curl. I'm gonna start off in a neutral grip and keep that palm facing towards the ceiling the whole way up, bringing it from your opposite hand to opposite chest. So for your right hand, it goes to your left pec, and your left hand goes to your right.
Down deep we wonder. Louder we sing, no there is no fear.
Remember, we're not swinging or swaying, controlling that weight.
I don't wanna tell you that it's not
We're gonna head back down to the ground for some abs and go into a starfish. So we're gonna be laying on our flat back and go opposite hand to toe. Good, all right, head down to the ground for that starfish. So like I said, start off in a starfish position, sit up, opposite hand to toe, and back down. Get ready.
on the carnival till the rest go home. Now I only see you. Hearts and letters carved into the shore. We'll never grow old. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. But everything about you
Good, all right. Round 2, going back to the top here with that gorilla row. I'm gonna stick with the same weight. Get ready. And work.
When we should stop, we go further. Didn't even notice that it rained all summer. When we should stop, we go further. Didn't even notice that. Now how could I leave? How could I leave? Love on
Good, all right. Pinwheel curl.
something about you always makes it harder. My lipstick on your
Got the same weight.
collar.
Get ready.
Running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car.
Good, all right. Head down to the ground for the starfish.
Stars, under the stars, baby, while we're young, oh, baby, while we're young,
Then work.
We can sleep under the stars or hang out in hotel bars. We can sleep under the stars, oh the stars, oh the stars.
Good, all right, back to the top for round 3. Going back into the gorilla row.
We can do what we like, baby, while we're young,
And work. Good, okay. Pinwheel curl. I've got my 20s again. Dirty.
baby, while we're young, oh, baby, while we're young, oh.
All right, head back down to the ground for that starfish. And work. Whew. All right, good work. All right, put those dumbbells so I don't throw them. Grab a little schlucks of water and join me on back. All right, starting us off in this third round, third circuit, our W's. I'm gonna hold 12s here to start. Start with our palms facing us. Elbows are bent, and we're gonna pop it up to just above ear level. Pop it up, squeeze, slow control on the way down. Don't let it fall. We're gonna go into a C sweep, one arm row coming up. I'm gonna use my bench to lean up against. You can use a chair, a wall even, or you can just hinge at the waist if you don't have any of those. Good, so I'm gonna grab a 30. The point of a C sweep is we're gonna bring it out as far as we can and sweep up to right where the hip is. So I'll hold a 25-pound dumbbell for this, and I'm gonna bring it out and sweep into the letter of a C. I'll call halfway and then we'll switch hands. Really focus on your lat in this movement. That's about half, we'll switch hands. And we're gonna be going into some side bends after this. Weighted side bend. Good, all right. I'm gonna hold my 35s to these side bends. We're gonna hold one hand, one weight in one hand, put the other hand on top of our head, go all the way down and crunch to the side. I'll call halfway and then we'll switch hands. So the weighted hand is there, one hand on top of your head, come down and crunch. Stretch as far as you can the other side, crunch. That's half, let's switch sides. All right, good work. Bow back to the top here. Round 2, back to my W's. Holding the same weight, 12s. Get ready. Pop it up. Good. All right, back to the C sweep. Gonna hold the same weight, that's my 25s. Get ready. Remember, I'll call half, we'll switch hands. And work. All right, that's half, let's switch. All right, going to that bend, the side bend. Sticking with the same weight. How do you like these? These are different. I like them. I enjoy them. Work, they burn. It's hitting a lot. It's abs, oblique, some back in there. That's half, let's switch sides. All right, round 3, ladies and gentlemen, third and final round. Push, push now. Going back to the W's. Here we go. Good work. All right, back to the C sweep. Let's get ready. And that's half, let's switch hands. All right, to the side bend. Last exercise, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it on home. Okay, ready? Let's half, let's switch hands. In 3, 2, One and done, and you have moved daily in your upper body pull workout with some abs. All right, good work everyone. Grab a little drink of water. Join me for a quick stretch if you can. All righty, awesome job. Let's stretch things out. Let's bring this arm across our chest. I have a confession to make. I fell victim to a Chinese distribution website. Let's bring that other arm across your chest. You know, like a Temu. This is like a, I don't know, it's a more complicated Temu. It's called Taobao, T-A-O-T-A, or B-A-O. Let's bring this across above our head. I bought a bunch of clothes because I'm like, oh wow, the pictures are the same as the ones they use on the actual websites, like the name brand websites. I'm like, they must be the same. Yeah, they're not. They're not even close. These pants I got are one of the purchases, and I got them, and they're, by the way, don't order off these websites because the shipping is so crazy expensive. You might as well just buy the real thing. So I got them, I put them on, and they're like this much longer than my foot. They're down to here. I'm like, whose legs are that long for starters? That's crazy. Like maybe if you're a flamingo, but you know, I'm not. So I got them hemmed, and my first mistake with getting them hemmed was I didn't wash them first. So after I washed and dried them, they shrunk. Then now they're shrunken and hemmed. And so I spent more than they would be if I just bought them on the actual website. So moral of the story, don't be like me. Don't buy off of Chinese distribution websites. Just get the real thing because it's 10 times out of 10 better. All right, that is it for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next workout.